Eckhart Tolle's groundbreaking self-help book, The Power of Now, a guide to spiritual enlightenment, the idea of living completely in the present or now is explored in the book, along with how it can result in a life that is more purposeful and meaningful. Millions of people all over the world have benefited from Tolle's teachings by discovering inner peace and increased life fulfillment. He leads readers on a spiritual journey to find their actual selves beyond the mind and ego and into the eternal calm of the present now through a succession of remarkable insights. Discover the way to spiritual enlightenment by embarking on a transforming journey through 10 fascinating chapters of The Power of Now. You are not your mind. Consciousness, the way out of pain. Moving deeply into the now. Mind strategies for avoiding the now. The state of presence. The inner body. Portals into the unmanifested. Enlightened relationships. Beyond happiness and unhappiness, there is peace. The meaning of surrender. Here is a thorough chapter-by-chapter synopsis of Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. Chapter 1. You are not your mind. We frequently overlook the fact that we are not always the products of our thoughts. Tolle pushes you to distinguish between the self your thoughts have produced and your actual self. Chapter 2. Consciousness, the way out of pain. Majority of us carry a lot of emotional baggage and suggest that the way to overcome this anguish is to develop a present consciousness. Chapter 3. Moving deeply into the now. Tolle encouraged the reader to get completely engrossed in the present moment and to give up on cherishing the past and the future, which he refers to as illusions. The being can attain a knowing of which the mind knows nothing, whereas the mind can only know facts or information. This draws a clear contrast between the mind and the being. Chapter 4. Mind strategies for avoiding the now. Examine the idea of accepting life as it is and giving yourself over to the present moment. While giving up on the present causes sorrow, giving into it enables us to access a higher plane of awareness. Chapter 5. The state of presence. Explores the concept of presence, which Tolle defines as a heightened state of consciousness marked by profound tranquility and inner stillness. Tolle believes that presence can only be sensed, not comprehended intellectually. He praises nature for assisting people to be present, as it is impossible to completely appreciate nature's wonders when focused on one's personal baggage of troubles. Chapter 6. The inner body. Tolle contends that paying attention to the body's feelings and sensations can help bring individuals into presence, as bodies have an invisible inner shell that can operate as a portal to the unmanifested, or the source of all life. Chapter 7. Portals into the unmanifested. How the current moment and inner body can act as gates to a deeper plane of reality known as the unmanifested. This can be felt consciously through meditation and surrender to the present moment. Chapter 8. Enlightened relationships. Tolle explores the difficulties and possibilities that develop in partnerships when one or both parties are pursuing a spiritual awakening. Chapter 9. Beyond happiness and unhappiness, there is peace. Tolle emphasizes that happiness is frequently dependent on positive external conditions, which might be unattainable during tragedies. In contrast, inner tranquility can be obtained at any time. He recommends practicing forgiveness of the present to keep the mind from accumulating resentment and negativity. Chapter 10. The meaning of surrender. Explores the topic of surrender and its significance in the spiritual journey. He clarifies that submission is not a sign of weakness, but rather a deep acceptance of what is. He adds that fighting the natural cycles of life and the events that occur to us might cause unnecessary misery. Accepting and surrendering to these cycles allows us to reach tranquility. Embrace the knowledge of the power of now and set out on a revolutionary adventure to live fully in the moment. Remember that the secret to a fulfilling life is not in the past or future, but in the present moment. Begin your trip today. Enjoying our content? Click like and share it with others who may benefit. Subscribe for more. Thank you for your support.